Former warden who worked at the facility says Combs' life could still be in danger there.
All right, let's kick things off with the latest on Diddy's situation. Y'all, it's not looking good for our boy Sean Combs. Word on the street is that he's facing some seriously harsh conditions in what people are calling a hell-on-earth prison. We're talking cockroach infestations, overflowing toilets, the works. But that's not even the worst part. Apparently, Diddy's fame and past dealings might be making him a target behind bars. Can you imagine? The man who once ruled the hip-hop world is now potentially looking over his shoulder 24/7. It's like a twisted episode of Scared Famous, but way more real and way more dangerous.
It's important to note that the special housing unit is a lockdown, 24-hour lockdown unit. The MDC Brooklyn is a high-rise. The vast majority of the floors are general population floors. But the special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown facility. So this is for Mr. Combs' protection. His incredible worldwide celebrity combined with the allegations, the charges now, and indictment, of course, of acts of violence against women make him a very attractive target.
All right.
Obviously, they need to safeguard him.
Joining me very quickly, and I want to circle back to you, Kiala, about Sean Puffy Combs, aka Diddy, spinning. I mean, this guy is a master promoter, okay? And the allegation is that Combs aided and abetted his son in this attack.
You heard about him catching a sexual assault on the little designer dude?
Yep.
Right. Him, imagine you got two 7-foot-tall, swole guys in dresses, cornering you in a hotel in a bedroom. You finna be scared. Facts. So like, I distinctly remember going to a Diddy party, all the waitresses topless.
Right.
I will let you tell it.
No, you're the
No, I
best.
want you to tell it.
You really are the best. You proving it here today. As much as I'm proving it, you proving it. You proving it. Yeah, that wasn't the thing. It wasn't, people say that. He lost $50 million. No, that's not even close to what happened to this dude. And until you understand what happened to the dude, you don't understand what happened. Like, no, not they offered him $50 million and he turned it down. Who gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need another one. You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir.
Now to a CNN exclusive, the Department of Justice may be taking steps to indict music mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
2 sources close to the investigation tell us that a federal grand jury may soon hear from Diddy's accusers. Since November, Combs has been named in 8 civil lawsuits, 7 of them directly accusing him of sexual assault.
I mean, in the beginning, like the first 3.5 years, he was, like the first 3-4 months, he was really nice, but then after that, he started being an
Shocking new accusations. His alleged victim humiliated and traumatized. Diddy's legal troubles just got bigger, less than 48 hours after his somber mea culpa.
I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Extra has obtained this explosive new 15-page lawsuit filed by model Crystal McKinney. She claims he got her drunk and high with a joint that was laced with what she says was a narcotic or other intoxicating substance.
Arrest of a former SU basketball walk-on player, Brendan Paul, who's part, police say, of a sex trafficking investigation of rap mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs. Paul is accused in court documents of being Combs' drug mule.
What they're looking for, because it was going on the premises of sex, they're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be underage context. Like they in a act. That's what they're looking for. So now, they're gonna go through all those devices. If somebody got any kind of weird fetishes that they got little kids or little girls or something like that, in any kind of pictures or any kind of photos that they took out of that. It's craziness, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. And yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got sexual charges and everything on him. But he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN. It's keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out. Man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this. When they were at home at Kim's house on 110th Street, he wanted to, put his hands on her in the wrong way. And Kim took one of those corkscrews and ripped his wrists up and hit an artery. And when she did that, he had to rush over to St. Luke's Hospital.
How are you doing this morning? How's it going, Justin? Quincy, how are you feeling this morning? How the twins?
Now let's switch gears and talk about the bombshell that's got everyone shook. Kim Porter's kids are speaking out, and they are not happy. For those who need a refresher, Kim Porter was Diddy's ex and the mother of his children. Sadly, she passed away in 2018, but the circumstances around her death have been the subject of some wild speculation lately. Here's the tea. Rumors have been swirling that Diddy might have had something to do with Kim's passing. I know, it's a lot to take in. These whispers got even louder when Diddy was arrested and the feds dropped that bomb about him allegedly putting out hits to cover his tracks. You know, the internet went absolutely bananas with this, especially after people started talking about a supposed memoir Kim was writing. But hold up, because Kim's kids, Quincy, Christian, Jesse, and Delilah, are calling Major Cap on all of this. They released a joint statement saying their mom never wrote a book and that she really did die from pneumonia. But here's where it gets messy. Some fans aren't buying it. They're saying Diddy might have put his kids up to this to clear his name. So what's really going on here? Are the kids throwing shade on their own family with this statement? Let's break it down, fam. It seems like Kim Porter's kids aren't exactly on a mission for justice because they don't think there's any justice to chase down. They're sticking to the story that their mom wasn't unalived in the first place. And honestly, we can't be too shocked by their stance. These kids have been riding hard for Diddy ever since his downfall started, even with all the receipts dropped by his accusers in those civil lawsuits and the feds breathing down his neck. Even Quincy, who isn't Diddy's biological son, has been showing up to support him. Remember when Diddy tried to get bail? Quincy was right there in court. It's clear they're backing him through thick and thin. But here's the million-dollar question. Are they still down for him knowing that people are whispering he might have had something to do with their mama's passing? Looks like the answer is a solid yes, because they just dropped that joint statement denying everything and begging folks to stop spreading these wild rumors. In their statement, they said they've seen too many hurtful and false rumors about their parents' relationship and their mom's passing. They shut down the book rumors, saying Kim never wrote one, and they're not here for anyone claiming to speak on behalf of their mom or family. The kids poured their hearts out, talking about how their lives were shattered when they lost their mom. They said she was their world and nothing's been the same since she passed. They're asking for peace as they continue to cope with her loss and for people to remember Kim as the beautiful, strong, kind, and loving woman she was. It's heartbreaking, y'all. These kids are dealing with so much, losing their mama, potentially facing their dad going to prison, and now all these wild rumors. I can't even imagine what they're going through. But here's where where it gets even messier. Some fans are starting to think Diddy might have brainwashed his kids. Let's keep it real. Diddy wasn't exactly the best partner to Kim back in the day. There are reports of some seriously toxic behavior, including allegations that he broke her nose during an argument on his yacht. And it gets worse, besties. There are even stories about Diddy putting hands on Kim's boyfriend after she moved on from him. An insider spilled that Diddy tracked the guy down to his hotel and beat him to a bloody pulp. Yikes.
How are you doing this morning? How's it going, Justin? Quincy, how are you feeling this morning? How the twins?
Now here's where things get really sus. Kim's ex and Quincy's biological dad, Al B. sure is singing a completely different tune. He's out here on Instagram claiming that Kim's memoir manuscript and her laptop went missing the very day she passed. He's calling it a straight-up cover-up and saying the missing devices contain critical evidence that lines up with details in Diddy's indictment. Al B. sure is convinced that Kim was working on a memoir and that she was allegedly unalived because of it. He's saying she was about to expose some major dirt, just like Cassie did with her lawsuit against Diddy. So what's the truth? Are Diddy's kids covering for their dad, or do they genuinely believe he's innocent of all these charges and claims? The fans are divided, with some understanding the kids' pain, but others calling for justice for Kim and all the other alleged victims.
When they were at home at Kim's house on 110th Street, he wanted to, put his hands on her in the wrong way. And Kim took one of those corkscrews and ripped his wrist up and hit an artery. And when she did that, he had to rush over to St. Luke's Hospital.
Now, let's switch gears and dive into some Kardashian craziness because, honey, this tea is piping hot. Looks like Kim K and her money-hungry fam might be facing some legal trouble soon. New receipts have dropped suggesting they might have been helping Diddy launder that dirty money he's been stacking from his wild sex parties. And get this, word on the street is they've been recruiting vulnerable girls for these freaky gatherings. Things got real messy when a video of Khloe went viral where she straight up admitted to rolling up to one of Diddy's infamous freak-offs and catching folks in their birthday suits, including Justin Bieber. Can you believe it? But wait, it gets even wilder. Kim and momager Kris Jenner have allegedly been playing dirty behind the scenes too. They supposedly set up a fake church, y'all, and have been making bank off the downfall and mental health struggles of other celebs. Apparently, they've been trapping them in conservatorships to cash in on their pain. Is this the real way the Kardashians have been stacking their billions?
Man, I should have saw, he told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother. And I was like, he did what?
Yo, I did it. Told me he want receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts.
He said, I'ma drug them out. I'ma get them all on drugs. And I'ma pimp their ass out to my, in the studio. He said, yo, I'ma drug their ass out and pick them out and pimp them out to my.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you gotta do that. I was up. I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it, I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
And I know people gonna think that, yo, this is all what Gene wanted to see. But now listen here, man. The devil got a purpose, God got a plan. Do you understand what I'm saying? The devil got his purpose, but God got a plan. You understand? And it's all in God's plan, man. You understand? To let people see, because a lot of people wasn't believing that this stuff even existed, brother. A lot of people didn't even think that Cassie was telling lies, Gene been telling lies. Lil Rob been telling lies. Everybody lying on Diddy. But Diddy told the truth.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh?
No,
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
You could indict a ham sandwich, but the Southern District of New York has a 98.2 conviction rate. All right, for those who don't know, if you got 100 people, only 1.28 or something like that, 98 point, you have 1.8, only 1.8 has won against them. So now, what they do, they already got the witnesses, they already got the people, because let me just say something. With the sex trafficking thing, it only takes one witness to convince the jury.
Now, in 2020, Justin stopped talking to his pastor because he got caught cheating on his wife. He got accused of SA. He's saying everything's not true, but he confessed to cheating on his wife on Instagram. And so Justin Bieber cut him off. That's kind of scary, right? The way Justin was acting with this guy, and now everything's over. Like, we have no relationship whatsoever. Was Justin scared? Like, nah, I gotta get away from this guy if something comes out about us. I don't know. And it's crazy to even talk about it like this because this guy's a pastor.
I basically said to myself, I'm like, God, if you're real, you get me through this season of stopping these pills and stuff.
Pastor Carl Lentz, who at the time was also involved with advising a number of NBA stars, most notably Kyrie Irving.
21-year-old Justin is giving 15-year-old Justin advice.
I was so innocent because I was innocent and I was young and I trusted everybody. And being young and innocent in this industry, it's not necessarily the best thing because people take advantage of vulnerability. And so I think I was just in a place of just trusting everyone and, thinking everyone was on my side and eventually getting burned. And
now Justin Bieber made it a big effort that he wanted to protect Billie Eilish, who was a huge fan of his growing up, because she was also young coming into the industry and he was worried that she might be taken advantage of like him.
I just wanted to protect her, It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn and everyone, telling me they loved me and, just turn their back on you in a second. People take for granted encounters and I don't want her to lose it. I don't want her to, go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody.
Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Yes. So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, so far French Montana. Do you even know half the people you're naming? No. I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Go this party. I think half the people there were kid. You would have loved it.
24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Follow me, go with me. They are doing all of this, child, in the name of the Lord. Just follow the story. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is alleged, honey. This is what I digged up, and I don't know how much truth is to it, but there's reportings, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy who was a woman with a husband, whole husband. And they doing ministry and everything. Now, mind you, y'all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears? So come to find out, Lou Taylor... This gets deep, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. Now, Mike, do y'all know the Lohans? What's the Lindsay Lohan? So she apparently, allegedly, she has been behind most of these stars' conservatorship situations, especially Britney Spears. So before we talk about Britney, Mike Lohan, which is the Lohan girl, Lindsay Lohan's daddy, accused Lou Taylor and the mama Dina Lohan for trying to put Lindsay Lohan in a conservatorship concerning her money. Also, allegedly, there's a lawsuit from 2021 with Astroworld tragedy, and she's being sued for employment discrimination. This is what this Lou lady is. Now, Lou Associates maintain intense control also over Britney Spears' life and money. And she was behind even the conservatorship of why Britney Spears had that conservatorship, because she ended up becoming the business manager and took over the financial pieces of Britney Spears.
The tea started spilling when that clip from an old episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians went viral. In it, Khloe was telling Kourtney about this wild industry party she went to with Diddy, Justin, and Diddy's stepson Quincy. She didn't even try to sugarcoat it. She called it a freak-off and said there were naked celebs everywhere. As soon as this mess hit the fan, people started digging deep into the Kardashians' connection to all this drama. Turns out, Kim and her mastermind Mama Kris are knee-deep in it too. Some scandalous photos from Diddy's infamous white party leaked, showing all kinds of wild behavior. And guess who's front and center in these flicks? Yep, Kim herself and her bestie, Paris Hilton. The guest list for this party was insane. We're talking Chris Brown, Leonardo DiCaprio, Aretha Franklin, Obama, Trump, Prince Harry, and the list just keeps going. But the photo that's got everyone clutching their pearls shows Kim chilling on a massive bed with Diddy and Paris. Word on the street is that's the same bed where all the celeb freakiness was going down. Now, normally, folks wouldn't bat an eye if this was all consensual, but here's where things get real shady. According to Diddy's indictment, he wasn't just throwing these wild parties, he was allegedly trafficking women into the country and pumping them full of insane amounts of drugs so they could keep up with these marathons of madness for days on end against their will. Disgusting, right? But here's where it gets real sus. Right before Diddy got snatched up, Kim tried to quietly distance herself. She unfollowed him on Instagram just 24 hours before his house got raided. People started side-eyeing her and digging into her connection to this whole scandal.
Yes. So who was with you this weekend? A bunch of my friends. Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber, so far French Montana. Do you even know half the people you're naming? No. I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Go to this party. I think half the people there were good. You would have loved it.
And girl, you know how it goes. Folks threw on their detective hats and went full FBI mode on Kim and her crew. What they uncovered is messier than anyone could have imagined. It all started popping off when this TikToker named BB the Songwriter dropped a bombshell video exposing all the tea about Kim and Diddy's shady dealings. Remember when Kris Jenner got outed for opening that so-called California community church where members had to cough up $1,000 a month in fees and throw in over 10% of their earnings as tithes? Well, turns out it goes much deeper than that. Lou Taylor, the same woman who owns that big shot Hollywood management company TriStar, which manages Diddy, is on the board of this shady church. Here's the kicker. They've allegedly been getting stacks of cash from Diddy to pay off his SA victims to keep quiet. They've been fronting like all this money is going to the church fund to help women and children. But in reality, they've been using it to hush up Diddy's victims, making it look like some charity work. But wait, there's more. It's been alleged that this so-called church is Diddy's little money laundering operation where he's been funneling all that illegal cash he's making from exploiting vulnerable girls. Instead of hiding the money under his mattress, he's been stashing it in the church's accounts to keep it clean and out of sight.
24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Follow me, go with me. They are doing all of this, child, in the name of the Lord. Just follow the story. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is alleged, honey. This is what I digged up, and I don't know how much truth is to it, but there's reportings, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So, Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy who was a woman with a husband, whole husband. And they doing ministry and everything. Now, mind you, y'all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears? So come to find out, Lou Taylor, this gets deep, y'all, hold on. Okay, so Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. Now, Mike, do y'all know the Lohans? What's the Lindsay Lohan? So she apparently, allegedly, she has been behind most of these stars' conservatorship situations, especially Britney Spears. So before we talk about Britney, Mike Lohan, which is the Lohan girl, Lindsay Lohan's daddy, accused Lou Taylor and the mama Dina Lohan for trying to put Lindsay Lohan in a conservatorship concerning her money. Also, allegedly, there's a lawsuit from 2021 with Astroworld tragedy, and she's being sued for employment discrimination. This is what this Lou lady is. Now, Lou Associates maintain intense control also over Britney Spears' life and money. And she was behind even the conservatorship of why Britney Spears had that conservatorship, because she ended up becoming the business manager and took over the financial pieces of Britney.
Now, here's where it gets even shadier. Apparently, Kim was allegedly working with Diddy at one point to get Kanye locked up in a conservatorship, just like what they did to Britney Spears. Yep, you heard that right. Kim and Diddy were supposedly behind a whole plan to paint Kanye as crazy so they could control his finances. Kanye himself spilled this tea a while back, saying he was prescribed an insane amount of lithium even though he didn't need it. They were trying to drug him up and make him look unstable just so they could get their hands on his coins.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah. So look at what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain. You can see it now. You can see there's not much of her left.
Sound familiar? That's because Britney went through the same nightmare. She revealed in one of her court hearings that her own family intentionally misdiagnosed her and pumped her full of lithium, all to make it seem like she wasn't capable of managing her own life or money.
I would honestly like to sue my family, to be totally honest with you. I also would like to be able to share my story with the world and what they did to me, instead of it being a hush-hush secret to benefit all of them. I want to be able to be heard on what they did to me. By making me keep this in for so long is not good for my heart. I've been so angry and I cry every day. It concerns me. I'm told I'm not allowed to expose the people who did this to me. For my sanity, I need you to the judge to approve me, do an interview where I can be heard on what they did to me. And actually, I have the right to use my voice and take up for myself. My attorney says I can't, it's not good. I can't let the public know anything they did to me, and by not saying anything is saying it's okay. I don't know what I said here. It's not okay. I don't want to interview. I'd much rather just have an open call to you for the press to hear, which I didn't know today we're doing.
But the mess doesn't stop there, besties. Remember that whole Balenciaga scandal? Well, Kim publicly supported them and helped promote those inappropriate photos of kids. We're talking about a disturbing photo shoot that included 6 children holding teddy bears wearing BDSM gear, fishnets, leather harnesses, and chains. One of the bears even had a purple eye, implying a strange connection between children, sex, and violence. The imagery wasn't just glorifying inappropriate behavior, it had real eerie undertones of child abuse. In some photos, the children were surrounded by adult suggestive items like wine glasses, beer koozies, and duct tape. One photo even had duct tape that read Balenciaga, which many online connected to Baal, an ancient Canaanite deity to whom children were sacrificed. It's a hot mess, y'all. A real hot mess. No wonder Kim has been quiet since this whole thing went down. She knows the feds are catching up to her and her family. And can we talk about the fact that Khloe literally admitted to seeing Justin at the freak off? That poor boy was passed around like a piece of meat, and they got him addicted to all kinds of stuff by the time they were done with him. As usual, people had their own thoughts. One person said, weirdly enough, Kanye has actually been speaking out against Diddy for years. Sadly, everyone just thought he was crazy. Another commented, this is the most silent they've ever been. It speaks volumes. Not only them, but most of Hollywood is pretty damn quiet.
But one former warden who worked at the facility says Combs' life could still be in danger there.
Woo, besties, that was a lot to unpack. From Diddy's prison woes to the Kardashians' alleged involvement in some seriously shady business, Hollywood is looking messier than ever. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Kim and Khloe getting exposed for being involved with Diddy? Do you think Kim and Kris were really helping Diddy launder all that dirty money with that fake church? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more piping hot tea. Until next time, this is Hot Gossip, keeping it real and spilling all the tea. Stay fabulous. Bye.